Weapons is a movie from Zach Greger, the guy who made Barbarian, and he was also associated with the show The Whitest Kids You Know. And it stars this ensemble cast like Julia Garner, Alden Ehrenreich, Josh Brolin, you name it. This movie has a pretty stacked cast. And basically, this movie is about a couple months after this event where all the children in this single classroom disappeared in sync. And then, of course, you got the parents who are trying to figure out what happened because the cops have no answers. Alright, so Weapons. What did I think of it? This movie's fantastic. I love just about everything about it. The acting, phenomenal. The horror element, great. The suspense, amazing. The directing, fantastic. There's a lot of great things in this movie, but let's get into my detailed thoughts. Okay, so Zach Greger, wow, is he a good director? He proved that with Barbarian, and he proved it even more so here. He definitely knows how to make a good thriller. Because, yeah, that's one thing about this movie. Yeah, it's technically a horror film, but it's definitely more of a thriller. I mean, there's horror elements here, but it's not as prevalent as the thriller elements, because this is mainly just a missing persons movie, and it does a really good job at keeping you invested in the whole story, man. God damn, it's really great. This is probably the best missing persons movie since Prisoners. Remember Prisoners, that movie with Hugh Jackman, directed by Denis Villeneuve? Great film as well. That's what this movie reminded me of, and in the best way possible. Yeah, this is a really damn good missing persons movie. The performances all around are fantastic, especially from Julia Garner and Josh Brolin. They're easily the stars of the show here. Josh Brolin was the main standout for me here too. Like, he really did a great job playing an everyman who's just trying to find answers as to why his child is missing. It's really great stuff. I knew Josh Brolin was always a great actor, but goddamn, I never knew he had this in him. Like, it's really great to see. Like, man, if only the Oscars acknowledged like horror genre films, because I think Josh Brolin really deserves a Best Actor nomination or something, because he was terrific in this movie. Now, this is one of those types of movies that you would call a slow burn, but I would call it that in the best way possible. It does a very good job at building suspense and tension while taking its time telling its story. It does it in a very smooth kind of pace. It's really well done. And also, I really enjoyed the way the story is told, because this doesn't tell the story just from one person's perspective, it tells it from several different people's perspectives. And I think it not only does it make it more interesting, it also makes it more compelling too. It's really great seeing how a story can be told from multiple different perspectives within the same timeline. Now let's get into the actual horror elements in this movie, because while this movie's mainly a thriller, it does have some very strong horror elements, and when it does get into horror, oh yeah, it's some good stuff. You got some great scares here, and the suspense and tension really help it there, but also the gore. Because, yeah, there is gore in this movie. This movie does get pretty gory, although it doesn't rely on it. It's some pretty great stuff, especially near the end when this person gets ripped apart. Oh boy, it's some great stuff. Definitely scratched the itch for me, because, if you know me by now, I'm a gore hound. I do love gore. And yeah, when this movie does get gory, which is very few and far between when those scenes happen, but when it does, it's pretty satisfying, to say the least. The only issue I really have with Weapons is the ending. Well, it's equal parts awesome and kind of underwhelming, because, of course, you got that scene with that person getting ripped apart. That was the awesome part. It was really great stuff, but I feel like the ending was abrupt. It was way too abrupt. I think this movie wrapped up too quickly. That's my only issue with Weapons. Otherwise, Weapons is a great movie, great thriller, horror type movie. It's very compelling, very twisty. It's got some great gore, even some great dark humor in there. And I really enjoyed the way the story was told from multiple different perspectives. It's a great time. It was definitely a very strong highlight of the summer of 2025, and Yeah, if you're just looking for a nice, thrilling, very atmospheric horror thriller, you're definitely gonna like Weapons. It definitely proves definitely a very strong future for Zach Gregor. This and Barbarian both did, in my opinion. I am going to give Weapons an A.